Hello everybody, Darkspine Sonic 3 here, coming to you with another episode of Gauntlet Dark Legacy. In the last episode, we did a lot. Well, not really. We went through 1.5 levels. And it took us 25 minutes. This game is going to take a very long time. Anyway. Death to those who dare steal from the hangman. Ooh, so literal. Yes. Death appears multiple times. Anyway, what I was saying about Gauntlet in the last episode, there was not a new release until the newest release, which was last year, after many delays and many Satoru Iwata style, please understand. Just kidding, I love you, Iwata. Iwata-san. Anyway, that game was absolutely terrific. It was so great. And I'm really hoping that eventually they'll do another Dark Legacy style game. Dark Legacy is by far my favorite game of all time, based on the fond memories that I had of it with my brother and my sister, and everything that we did together. My siblings, they moved away when I was still very young, so this is basically what I have left to remember of the fun times we had before they became adults and had to leave. And it means a lot to me that they still play this game. And so maybe sometime I can get them in as well. My brother, he lives far away, so we can't play because this game doesn't have online support yet. I am considering, after I take my programming class, I want to try to code some sort of executable for this game so as to be able to run it on the PC and then attempt to build a sort of server support for it so that people can play online, because that would definitely make my childhood wonder absolutely better. And it is so great as is. So there's a little funny story that I want to tell you guys about my grandmother's neighbor. He got a new computer. He's just about 69, maybe 70, maybe 70. I don't quite remember. But he got a new computer and he wanted me to help him hook it up. And I figured, yeah, sure, why not? He was talking about how, you know, he avoided technology for so many years, stuck to reading paperback books like he always will, and stuff like that. And he talked about how he never really considered a computer until, you know, recently. So he gets it, and he starts having problems with it. Well, first I help him set it up, and I see a couple URLs on this little notepad he has of places he wants to visit. And, you know, there was the usual YouTube, Facebook, Google, and then there was seniorpeoplemeet.com and xvideos.com. You can kind of infer what those are. I mean, Senior People Meet is, yeah. Anyway, it's meet with an M-E-A... It's... No, it's not meet with an M-E-A-T. Seniorpeoplemeet.com. Sounds nasty. Don't want none of that wrinkly, pruny meat. Ugh. Anyway. So, I shrugged it off. It's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. There's more than bats in the belfry. Oh, you naughty, naughty summoner, you, leaving me these naughty scrolls. But, you know, I shrugged it off. Hey, you know, he's human too. He's got his own needs, and, you know, who am I to judge? You know, it's not abnormal. But he starts having these issues with his computer. he has Windows 7, and this little shield would keep popping up in the bottom of in his taskbar. And I explained to him that, you know, it was administration controls asking him if he wanted to update something. So I explain it to him as best I can, me being tech savvy and handsome person that I am, and always so willing to help. And so then he's just like, well, sometimes it won't let me watch porn. And I'm just like, well, that's... I don't quite know what to say to that. So he keeps, you know, asking about it, and I keep trying to explain it in the best way I can. I keep trying to explain what might be happening based on the information he's giving me. And I was right. Cool, gargoyles. So I'm explaining it to him, and, you know, I update his stuff. It turned out that it was Java asking to be updated. He said he'd been having that issue for a while, and it wasn't letting him use his computer because he had it set to, like, black out the screen. And, you know, stuff like that. So I changed the settings, and then, you know, everything starts working again because it's not blacking out the screen and not popping up the prompt so that he can update it. Unfortunately, he starts having issues with his on-demand because we put him on our on-demand, we put him on our Comcast account so that he can use on-demand whenever he wants and doesn't have to pay for his own stuff, because, you know, he's a really good friend of ours. He's really nice, but then he's like, it won't let me watch on demand and I still can't watch my porn. And so he's just like, hey Mary, that's the name of my grandmother, can Felix come over and help me fix the porn? And she's like, no, I don't think my grandson would be comfortable with helping you fix your porn, you dirty old man. They talk to each other like that. Congratulations, you have unlocked the CU character. Don't say that they should start dating, because that's disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway. So, he's just like, you don't have to watch, it can be just us. And that kind of made it worse. You don't have to watch, Mary, it'll be just us. I just want him to fix it. And she's just like, no! And thank you, Grandma, because I do not want to fix that guy's porn, knowing that, like, in a couple minutes after I leave, he's gonna just, like... Yeah, I don't want to know that.
Green Wizard has gained a level.
It's not something that I want to know. Yeah. So, I help him out. I don't help him out. I helped him out with a lot of stuff that, you know, prior to that. And I'm trying to avoid him so as to not do this. I guess I can't really avoid him forever, unfortunately. And I feel really bad to have to avoid him. But, to be completely honest, you don't ask someone for help like that. That's really unsettling, and it's really, really weird. So, let this be a lesson to everybody. Do not ask someone to fix your porn for you if you break it. That's when you anonymously, like, ask for help from, like, tech support or something. You're like, yes, my name is Ted Bear. Hello there. My name is Ted Bear. Rotten stumps are easily broken. I'm Ted Bear. I'm having a little issue with my porn. Let me tell you what's going on, and I hope you can try and keep up. Cyanide and happiness is the best. So, there was that. You should try to contact someone anonymously that will not remember your name or even care. Personally, I just don't want to watch porn with the guy. It's just weird. but it was definitely funny when my grandmother told me that story in the car a couple days ago, and she's just like, "So, Felix, Phil, yeah, he needs your help," and he's just like, it doesn't have to be you, it can just be us. And yeah, it doesn't get any better if you repeat it. So, here's another story. Well, not another story, here's another lesson. Don't be that guy, and if you have a story about something like this, only share it once. And then, like, don't say, like, the punchline again, because, like, when you think about it, it gets a lot worse. Honestly, I know he's not a sex offender. It would just make me nervous and uncomfortable. So, yes, do not be that guy or gal. I'm pretty sure it'd be a bit different for a girl, though, because it's like, yeah, you got a vagina, sure, I'll help you watch porn. I don't know who would sound like that, but yeah. I'll help you watch porn, little lady. I'll drive the point home in some other episode. But I just thought it was so weird. And I can't get off the topic. We're 11 minutes and 30 seconds into the video, and it's just like, I'm still talking about it. And I can tell it's like it's a horrible idea for me to keep going, but it was so funny and so ridiculous. And the good news for me is that he'll never see this video, and he'll never know. My grandma knows that I'm making this video, so that's good. This gate can be opened from the farthest corner. Well, that would have been good information, like, way earlier. So, yeah. Just don't be that guy. Maybe it's time for me to start actually talking about the game. When I mentioned we won't get 100 red crystals until the mausoleum, yeah, I forgot that we can get them all here, and we will get them all here because I grab everything really quickly and really easily. It's not difficult. Definitely not. Oh, there's another form of magic that I actually never told you guys about. When you double tap the potion button, you get this shield. It's not too handy, but it can help in some instances where, like... Okay, never mind, it just does not help. I had to think it over, I'm like, well, maybe if death is right up on you, then again, you can use the actual button with less of a delay, and you can be done with it. Anyway, this is Rock Shower. I never actually got to show that off. So, it's a good thing I did. Special attacks can be used in unison with other things. You know, you can, you know, start beating things, and then when you realize that they're too much, use a special, and, you know, finish things off a lot quicker. I think the special attack gets a bit weaker as it goes along, and eventually when it reaches its set amount of, like, enemies killed, it will, you know, disappear, and you'll have to summon another. And turbo will refill over time, and, you know, basically just crap like that. That's a weird noise. You guys probably didn't hear it that well. It sounded like a horse, like, getting chopped in half. Like a demon horse or something. I don't know. But, in multiplayer mode, you can actually press a button. In the GameCube version, it's the Z button. When you're right next to a person, you have, like, half of a turbo gauge. Like, if you have yellow or purple, it'll only use, you know, basically enough for a yellow. And you can do a team attack. And it's really powerful and it's really cool. I just don't see the, I don't see, much of the potential in it, namely because I don't have any friends Oh, I really wish I had friends to play this game with. I remember my neighbor Josh and I would actually play this game a lot. And he was not that good at it. He used invuln and still died. Invuln is the name of a cheat, a name cheat, because there are 6 letters for, there are 6 spaces for where you can write your name. Oh, come on.
Destroy items.
Anti-death, 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 anti-death. Do I have one? No? Fine. I remember one time I actually did have an anti-death and I didn't figure it out until I had already killed the Black Death. There is a Black Death in this level, by the way. So, be wary of that. And if you don't have an anti-death, like I don't, be on your guard, use a potion if you have to, because he will come at you, and he will be pretty lethal. But I think you can actually find one relatively easy. I hope so, because I want a free level. Getting up to level 10 will definitely give us a pretty nice advantage. Now, some very important things to note are Black Death will give you levels, of course. It can take away levels, like I mentioned before. So don't get on its bad side. It doesn't have any sort of AI like the, it doesn't have any sort of advanced AI, sorry, like the zombies in Minecraft do now, where, like, it will not, like, chase you around things. It will try to go through them. So if you can trap it on the other side of a wall using the auto-aim, you can actually kill it pretty easily. By the way, what's with that weird stone over there? I've been trying to figure that out for a very long time, and so far I've got nothing. Every single time. I just don't know. So, there's a Black Death in one of these doors. I think my plan is going to just be to kill it flat out. Well, actually, wait a second. I'm aware that on the left side... Oh no. Oh god.
Anti-death power.
I forgot that you have to awaken it. Anyway, anti-death. Then we just do this. Where are you? You in here? Wake up, buddy. That's right. And then you just trap him in the corner and rape him until he gives you a level.
Green Wizard has gained a level.
Easy as that. So you see, rape equals experience. Do not use that in the real world, please. I promise you it will not work. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything. But, just don't do it. I mean, if you're looking for jail experience, then yeah, you'll get a lot of that. So don't do it. But, as you saw, I got a level from death there. This is going to be a very long playthrough, and I'm already running out of things to say. So, this would definitely be a lot more easy for me if I could get another person in here. And I might be able to get another person in here. My friend Nate, really cool guy. We played Smash Bros. And we tried recording it, and, you know, things just got really, really weird and really boring really quickly, because it's kind of tough for us to speak. We have a problem with forming sentences, and we don't have that level of speaking experience like the Game Grumps do, unfortunately. It would be a lot more helpful if we did, and unfortunately, we're not at that level. We can get there with more experience. What I just grabbed is the Parchment of Fire. What that is it will allow you to, it's a weakness weapon for one of the bosses. The Yeti, it will set the Yeti on fire, and I believe it also creates a sort of fire barrier so that some of its projectiles will not reach you and, you know, continue to wreck shop. Because they can be plentiful and they can be very painful. By the way, we're at 99 crystals. Grabbing this one will be our last one. So there we go, that feels good. So now we can go to the Mountain Kingdom whenever we want, and we'll have to unlock levels as we go along there as well, but one step at a time, guys. We're gonna start with the Lich. You know, we're gonna finish off with the Lich in this episode. Or not in this episode, in this, well, we're gonna do the Lich first, and then we're gonna go to the Mountain Kingdom. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not very good at speaking, as you can probably tell. Behind a tomb, you'll find the key to the exit. These hints can be pretty easy, or they can be sometimes difficult to decipher. Sometimes the level design is so good in terms of, like, mazes. Mazes? Is it mazes? The mazes can be so good that you will get lost for hours. And I remember in Egypt, which is arguably the hardest set of levels in the game, along with the Genie being one of the harder bosses, will never be as hard as the Shadow Wraith, though. Or Scorn, or... Nah, Garm was pretty easy. Garm is the actual final boss. Spoiler alert. Whatever, I don't care. This game is basically 15 years old. You had your chance. So, it's pretty important to note that the bosses can be very difficult, and if you don't get their weakness weapons, it will spell disaster pretty quickly unless you are high level. Lich, he has a very selective strategy in such a way that if he jumps, you just press the L button to do your little Superman, woo! Uses some of the turbo meter, but it lets you run just a little bit faster, which is all you need in order to get around, or get underneath him, and then you'll avoid his stomp attack, which is pretty damn powerful. Now, you might have seen in the second level that I actually went into this door. I think it should be explained that that's a secret level. When you grab all 25 coins if you're in single player mode, 50 if you're in second player mode, 2-player mode, 75 if you're in 3-player mode, and 100 if you're in 4-player mode. Everything goes up in increments like that for players. Same with boss health. Except it's, you know, different and not noted anywhere and not obvious. But it's very important to note that grabbing those coins will net you an extra character, in which case I believe I unlocked Medusa because the sorceress is from the Forsaken Province. Canonically. Yeah, they don't really explain that in the game. It's in the manual. Oh, actually, there is something pretty neat to talk about real quick. One of my favorite books now is called Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Let me take a look real quick. Paths of Evil. Yep, that's it. Oh my god! That startled me. I wasn't looking at the screen. Jesus! Whew! Don't sneak up on a guy like that. Anyway. It's one of my favorite books. It entails the travels of the Yellow Wizard, I believe, the Red Warrior, the Blue Valkyrie, and the Green Archer on their travels to meet the Summoner, and it tells the story of how, you know, Scorn was actually a demon from another dimension or some crap like that. I don't quite remember. It was written by Richard C. White, and, like, it starts off with them traveling to meet Summoner, and then they go to a place, find a runestone. And it's very detailed. It has a lot of typos in it, and sometimes it can be a bit hard to decipher because the word would look, or like the sentence would look much different but still fluent with the words, so you have to read it over with different words in your head. It can be difficult, but it can also be kind of obvious which sentences those are. And in those cases, I just read it over with different words. It's a bit of an inconvenience, but hey, the book is still good, and it's very descriptive. When the righteous choose right, wealth comes their way. Can you guess what it is they're implying there? When the righteous choose right, wealth comes their way. That's literal. Those gems, that's the highest form of money in the game. The left one is bomb. And it'll destroy that other chest. So, don't grab it. Anyway, we've dragged this on for long enough. I think I'm going to limit this to like 1 level an episode now, simply to save time, maybe do half a level. Basically, we just want to make sure that we don't, you know, or at least I want to make sure that I don't kill you guys, because I like you guys sometimes. Well, basically all the time. Anyway, before we leave this reward screen, I want to say that, you can look at your gold and your kills and your experience here. You might notice in the bottom left corner where my name and stuff is, you'll see a little portrait of the wizard, the yellow wizard, but it's shaded green. Because canonically the yellow wizard is the real wizard, and the green, red, and blue, they don't exist. They're just alternatives. And they're white, so. Yellow comes from Egypt. And, you know, there's a lot about that. Anyway. It's a very convenient, little window there, because it has your level, the number of keys, the number of potions, your name, your gold, your health, and it even reminds you of what character you're playing as, and I think it's really helpful, and it's very good. Anyway, when I reached level 10, you might have noticed that it went from wizard to magician. I'm still going to be you know, called a wizard, but magician is just a rank. There are various ranks for each of the, characters. Wizard goes from wizard to magician to mage to some other crap. Think archmage or archmage, however you want to say it. And eventually, when you reach level 99, same with all of the other characters, you go to a legend level. At the legend level, Black Death will not steal levels from you, so you don't have to fear him. And you don't need to waste an anti-death on him. You don't really have to waste an anti-death on Red Death either, because your health will be at 9,999. And I'm going to show off some of the stats real quick. So, you got your strength, and your speed, and your armor, and your magic. I'm going to add on to my armor, because I am weak sauce. You'll notice that it went up pretty hefty. I think I was at 175, now I'm at 215. That went up by 40. So, even though it says add 10, it means add 20. So you can use that to your advantage. The dragon is by far the easiest boss, so you can just farm it for money using a little exploit that I found a long time ago. I don't know if anyone else knows about it. But you know what? Regardless of if they do or don't, you're going to know about it when you watch that video. Anyway, you can see on this screen in the bottom left corner of that little square of stuff there, right there at the top right, bottom left, top right corner, square, bottom left. It's difficult to explain that. You'll notice like a little red fire orb. That's the Parchment of Fire. It works against the Yeti. I have 4 out of 12 golden snake fangs. That'll open up the west wing. The golden eagle feathers, 20 of them, will open up the east wing, and then the lion paws will open up the basement. So you can open more portals and then beat the game, because the lion paws are required to beat the game. Well, I mean, basically everything is. You know, you got your 15 orange for Forsaken Province, 100 red crystals for Mountain Kingdom, purple, blue, green, yellow, white, red. It's all very convenient and it's all very good. And I'm playing this on a modded Xbox, and I actually have the game saved onto a hard drive, so it runs freakishly quickly. Or it loads freakishly quickly, so you'll never see any waiting, and I think that's really nice.
Congratulations! You now have enough crystals to enter the Mountain Kingdom.
Thank you, Sumner. So, in the next episode, we will be tackling the... Oh, what do you want now?
Green Wizard is now a level 10 magician.
Thank you. Again. Now Ow. Now, you may notice there's something very different about me. I know, it's so obvious, but I'll tell you guys anyway. I have a headband now. Yeah, that's it. Other differences will be noted, such as nicer clothes, and like at level 20 or 25 or 30, you'll get like a little dragon, and it'll act like the Phoenix Familiar, but with your shot, not fire. So I've dragged this on for way too long already. Half an hour is too long, but I can't really cut anything out. As always, I'm Darkspine Sonic 3. If you liked what you saw in this episode, in this video, in this series, in this everything, you can leave some feedback down in the comment below. Leave a like if you want. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. Get some notifications. Hey, it'll save you a good 2 days. Trust me, it will. Now, this is going to be a very long playthrough, so sometimes I might switch it out for something else, but you can be guaranteed that I will finish it up. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I want to be there to finish it. It's like a child that I want to be there to raise. So, without further ado, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.